No way.
I'm out of breath. Hey, hey, bear. You're scary. He's eating my pie. This week we're in the Idaho panhandle. We're here to do some spring bear hunting, trout fishing, and a ton of exploring. We're bringing our boys, Blue and Mako, with us, so it should be an awesome trip. Neither of us have been to Idaho before, so we're not really sure what to expect. But I do know that there is a very healthy bear population and trout population, so I think we're going to be pretty happy once we get there. So we made it to our Airbnb. We're going to be staying here for 4 nights. I'm going to be staying here for 2. I'm going to be in the woods or in the mountains for 2 of the nights, but Sarah will stay here with the dogs, and then we'll be at another Airbnb for another 4, and then I'll probably be in the woods for a few more. But we're going to check out the house, get stuff unloaded, and yeah, get a plan ready for tomorrow for some fishing and hunting. We started off the trip with some bear hunting. That way we could see some country and see what Idaho's mountains are like. We started hiking at about 5,000 feet, and we were already seeing a ton of snow, so it did make for an interesting little trip.
We found some poop on the trail that we're walking up. Actually, we haven't even made it to the trailhead yet. We're just walking on the road right now because the snow is so deep, but we're starting to see some bear sign.
Well, that didn't go real well. So we got our truck stuck in some snow. It was probably maybe like 1.5 feet deep. It was up to my knees. Just on the road. We were like 3/4 of the way up to our parking spot where we're gonna start hiking from. And so we ended up getting out of the snow after like half an hour, 45 minutes, with the help of a nice man. Thank you, Homer. And we drove back to where we weren't going to get stuck like at night when we went back home. Just want to make sure we're safe that way. And we're just going to hike up to the end of the road and then start hiking up the trail to where we're going to glass from and do some hunting. But we were hiking up there and the snow gradually got deeper and just was not going well. It's like slightly packed, so like every step that you take, you sink down like 3 inches, and then when you push off, you sink down another foot. So not real enjoyable stuff to walk through. And we figured since there's snow on the hillsides, that the bears aren't going to be around there anyway. That guy that helped us get the truck out, he said that around Big Fisher Lake, which is where we're going to glass from, or we're actually planning on camping at, there's about 48 inches of snow. So I don't think there's going to be any bears around there. So I think we're just going to drop a little bit in elevation, probably 1,000 feet at least, and hunt from there. But we're also going to try to snag some fish real quick. So we've never caught any salmon. There's supposed to be some salmon in these streams. So we're going to give that a try. But lesson learned, make a plan B, because I spent months and months planning this trip, but I didn't make a plan B if the snow was still there. Probably didn't make a lot of sense.
We slowly drove down the dirt road, just glassing on each side of the surrounding mountains looking for bears, but didn't end up seeing anything. So after doing that for a couple of hours, we decided to
Do you need the net?
go and try our luck with some fishing. We found a nearby river that was supposed to have some pretty good fishing, mostly for trout and then also largemouth bass. So we gave that a try for a little while, and we didn't end up having any luck.
Watch out. Whoa!
The next morning when we woke up, we decided that we wanted to do some fly fishing. So we stopped at a local fly shop and grabbed some new flies. It was really neat to see what type of flies work in that area and what didn't. We found a river that had pretty good fishing reports, so we wanted to try that out. And we're also finding that there's a fair amount of private land surrounding these rivers and the streams, so it was a little bit harder to get access to some of the fishing sites. A little bit different from where we're from, where there's more public land and it's a little bit easier to get access. But we ended up finding a place and we were able to fish in some beautiful country.
But right, like, in between us is where a big fish just jumped.
We just saw a trout jump where Sarah's fishing over here, right here in the water. He jumped up probably a good foot, and it was a good sized trout. So I've been trying to catch him, but I'm having some trouble fly fishing here because we've got the bank here and there's trees all over, so I'm just kind of catching on the weeds and on the bank. But we're gonna keep at that fish. Actually, I'm probably gonna go down this way a little bit because the water's not moving near as much there, but I'll give that a try and see how she goes.
We weren't able to get any of those trout to bite, so we did end up switching fishing spots. We just went to another river a few miles away and tried our luck here. We're finding that these Idaho trout are a little bit harder to catch than we were hoping for. Later that day, we decided to really switch it up, get off the beaten path, and go to a secluded lake that doesn't get a lot of attention from others. We traveled on a narrow dirt road a couple thousand feet up in elevation and found this tiny lake called Antelope Lake. It's known to be secluded and have really good trout fishing. So, of course, we wanted to check that one out.
We're in a secluded lake that we had to drive a couple miles on a no maintenance, just dirt road. But we finally got here. It's about sunset though, so we're running a little bit late, but we're gonna do some fishing.
You just crossed over me.
No, I didn't. Your line's way over there.
I feel like there's gonna be some fish over here, Bear. Yeah, it looks nice. I'm definitely gonna end up getting a snag though. There's just bogs everywhere.
So we were fishing at the part of the lake that we arrived on, like where the little parking lot is, but we were seeing fish jump across the lake. So of course we went across the lake to try to catch those fish that were jumping, and now they're jumping where we were originally. But that's how it goes.
Oh, come on. Trying the rainbow trout again. Ooh, one just jumped right in front of me. Must be eating some flies off the surface, I guess. I wish I would have snapped off my fly. Alright, I'm gonna try going down a bit. Sarah, it's super deep over here.
Sending my kid off to school. Oh my gosh, that bait is.
I'm out of breath!
The balls!
Did I lose them?
You look like you're moving at the speed of light.
Farewell.
Bye.
Hey, I'll send you a text if I get mauled, okay?
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Don't crash the truck.
Okay.
I spent the next few days hiking, camping, and hunting bears in the mountains. This was an absolutely crazy trip. Did not go how I planned it whatsoever. And if you do want to check out that video, I will toss in a link. But here's a little teaser.
I can literally see the claws. I literally thought that I was gonna die every single day so far.
After my little trip in the mountains, once I was able to walk normally again, we started hitting the fishing really hard, and this time we actually had some luck.
I just watched a rainbow trout destroy a dragonfly on top of the water. I don't have a dragonfly, but I'm gonna try a grasshopper and see what he does. Wish me luck.
Well, trout like turn off. Ooh, that was nice.
Other trout, but later.
Brownies. You're gonna hook me.
Put it out there from the trees. That's right. You can't stand it anymore.
It's just a super lightweight setup. That was a good cast.
There were a ton of trout feeding off the top of the water, but they weren't really interested in our flies initially. And Sarah insisted that we switch spots, so that's what we did for about 20 minutes. But we quickly went back to our other spot to catch some of those trout feeding off the top of the water.
What's up? It's a ball.
Don't mess up.
Woo! Don't go as far back.
I thought it wasn't. God, you're so critical.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, Ken.
Fuck. I want my fish. So much line.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pull some in.
Oh, it's swimming away.
There's a lot of them out there. There you go. That's good. All right, get casting. There you go. Not as far forward. Perfect, perfect. And let it go back farther, you know, like one more time. There you go, there you go. Perfect. Slap her down. Hey, your bobber's gone. Your bobber's gone. No way. Nice job.
What is this? Is this another cutthroat?
It's a rainbow.
It is?
Yeah. Woohoo! Good job.
Uh-oh. Did he swallow it? No.
Hopefully not.
He didn't, right? Uh-oh.
Beautiful. Got him.
Nice little rainbow on the grasshopper.
What did I do? Oh, sorry. That's a good guess. Tell you what, I would love to like just fish with dragonflies and stuff. Like that stuff is so much fun.
Ooh.
Snap. Oh. Oh no!
His hair.
Hey! Hey, bear!
Would you get out of my way?
What do you mean? I'm on the dock. Fly fishing out here, but I guess we're bat fishing. You just bit my... What do I do about this? I'm not touching him. Bear, look at this.
Oh no. Help him.
Look, he looks scary. He's eating my fly. Is he actually hooked? He's flying away.
Get him off of here.
I don't know how. Look at that guy.
Oh, how are those fractions now? Does it matter how many 2/3 cups fits in 3/4 cups?
The other
Woo!
one was perfect.
She did make a very nice one. Doesn't matter now. That's all we'll remember. It was our last morning in Idaho, so we decided to spend it making a nice breakfast, hanging out by the river, and playing with the pups. This was an awesome trip, definitely one we won't soon forget. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next trip.
This guy's always trying to steal my spot. Aren't you, buddy? Woo!